With over 1.2 million units sold over a 17 years production run, the A112 has been the most successful model wearing the now long discontinued Autobianchi badge, and for good reasons. The A112 story began sometime in 1966 as Fiat's Project X12. In the intentions of Fiat's engineering supremo Dante Giacosa, X12 was intended as a replacement for the rearranging 600 and 850. About 3.2 meters long and equipped with the 850's engine mounted transversely at the front, sending its power to the front wheels, it was to finally bring Fiat's mass-market offerings into the modern era. Things changed in 1967, when Gaudenzio Bono, Fiat's vice president, decided the X12 would instead be made at the Autobianchi factory in Desio, near Milan, while Fiat's car would have a larger, more spacious body shell. That larger car, which was then codenamed X14, would ultimately reach production in 1971 as the Fiat 127, one of Fiat's greatest commercial successes. Bono's decision could have been influenced by the Minis that Innocenti started building under BMC license in 1965. Unable to compete with Fiat on price, Innocenti cleverly positioned the Minis made in Milan as a cut above Fiat's cars, attracting a younger, more educated and urban clientele. By the time the Autobianchi A112 was launched in late 1969, Innocenti sold almost 50,000 Minis a year. Whether Gaudenzio Bono actually wanted to spoil Innocenti's party or not, the Italian market nevertheless immediately perceived the A112 as Turing's answer to the Mini. After all, the new Autobianchi was only slightly larger, came with a hatchback, and had a technical specification pretty much cutting edge for a small car in 1969. The pushrod 903cc inline-4 from the late 850 Sport Coupe, modified for transverse installation and mated to an all-new 4-speed transmission, sent its 44 horsepower to the front wheels and propelled the A112 to 130 km per hour. The new Autobianchi also had independent suspensions on all 4 corners, McPherson struts at the front, and a compact yet effective transverse leaf spring arrangement at the back, front disc brakes, and rack and pinion steering. Small, cheap to run, yet stylish, the Autobianchi A112 was tailor-made for the Italian market, which embraced it right away. By the time the upmarket Elegant and the sporty Abarth joined the range in 1971, Autobianchi had already built over 200,000 A112s, and yearly sales for the Milanese brand peaked at nearly 114,000 units in 1973, the year of the A112's first restyling. Nowadays, the most collectible A112s are the sporty Abarth versions, equipped from December 1974 with a new 1050cc engine rated at 70 horsepower. However, this example isn't one of them, despite the badge on the grille and a rather purposeful exhaust note courtesy of an aftermarket silencer. This remarkably well-preserved, tastefully personalized example painted in azzurro livery is a Junior from December 1984, equipped with the base 903cc pushrod engine. The big wraparound plastic bumpers, big horizontal taillights and tall protective fascias on the sides were all introduced in 1982, together with the color-coded plastic trims on the rear pillars. It may be a base model, but with just over 50,000 kilometers from new and sitting on these rather lovely cross-spoke alloys, This A112 is one fine representative of its once ubiquitous breed. This dashboard design was first introduced in 1977, together with the 1980s style headliner finished in cloth over a preformed sound deadening foam layer. As standard, this junior model would have come with a stylized plastic two-spoke steering wheel, but here it's been replaced with a wheel from the Abarth version with aluminum spokes and leather rim, definitely more pleasing to the eye and touch. Sampling one of these in 2021 is kind of a bittersweet sensation though. On one side, it's immediately apparent how far small cars have come since the 70s in terms of safety, performance, comfort and overall refinement, but it also shows what we've lost in the process. The A112, precisely because of its flaws, it's fun to drive even at parking speeds. Production of the A112 at Autobianchi's Desio factory ended in early 1986, 1 year after the presentation of the stylish, innovative Y10, which would be the last ever model to wear the Autobianchi badge. But that's a story for another time. And if you've made it this far into the video, I'm sure you'll enjoy one of the two videos appearing on the screen right now. See you next week.